And welcome to the KuyaChris and Friends podcast.
What's up?
Rodney,
Yeah.
please bless the mic, and I've got an instrumental for you.
Most def. Let's do it. All right, so this one I guess will be called Captain Marvel. I'll go into depth with that a little later. Yeah. Welcome to the world, youngin', you got a lot to see. It's not a dream and I know it's hard to stay awake, but sometimes it can feel like a walk on the plank. So take a walk with me down Nostalgia Street. I popped my first pill, 17, smoked stoves a month later. Took my first shot of He-Man, almost threw up the chaser. I love getting faded, hangovers I fucking hate it. While parties stay lit, my graduation seat stay vacant. So I try to chase cream, then I starve for bread. I never bite the hand that gives if I'm partially fed. Walking in the garden of death, the annual fees make me an amputee. Shit costing me an arm and a leg. I keep watching my friends' lives progress before mine. Riding the wave on hope, but I'm surfing on low tides. Damn, too many things as a kid I didn't understand. Now that I'm grown, I'm on my own to become a man. Yeah, I'm asking God, what's the plan? I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I had to do was yell Shazam. Yeah, I'm asking God, what's the plan? I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I had to do was yell Shazam. Yo, I ain't perfect, I'll tell you who is. My mother being a provider for her 2 kids. I tried to be the best son, I couldn't prove it. When shit hit the fan, I felt like I couldn't do shit. 6 years old, my father tried to stop us from leaving and told my mama calling the 5 was misleading. So my mama tried to stop my angry father from swinging. My sister tried to stop the crying, I tried to stop the bleeding. Granny said come together, try to start the healing, but no more trial and error, so she tried to block the feelings. 16, it happened again, and that evening told them try that shit again and you just might stop breathing. So I looked up and I asked God, yo, what you trying to prove? I was trying to keep us together like glue. I guess my family broke apart for the better, cause you get cut deep when you try putting shattered pieces together. And I'm like, I'm asking God, what's the plan? I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I had to do was yell Shazam. Damn, I'm asking God, what's the plan? I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I had to do was yell Shazam. Growing up without a father, you think I'd shrivel up like a dying flower, but I showed you strength with my mighty powers. Times were getting harder, I wouldn't doubt it. See, I was prone to depression, but I just couldn't allow it. So I used food as comfort, TV as an outlet, pussy for pleasure. See, I couldn't live without it, man, it was hard. Friends and fam, we grew apart. Sister had a baby, mom found a man, and my friends were just moving on. I was alone, I was weak, I couldn't face myself. All I did was hate myself, I wanted to waste myself. Felt like every day passing was like actual hell, but in order to find comfort, I would damage my health. Those were dark times with long nights. I just needed a large sign like Gotham City calling the Dark Knight. If it wasn't for this booth and the mic, I would've overdosed and used suicide to end a beautiful life. And I'm like, okay, God, I know the plan. I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I have to do is yell Shazam. Damn. Okay, God, I know the plan. I got the world in the palm of my hand, transformed from a boy to a man, and all I had to do was yell Shazam.
Hey, lyrical fire, brother.
Hey.
What did you say in the beginning? That was called something Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
So the song is named Captain Marvel.
Yeah, so I got the idea of the song because I was watching Justice League and I was looking at this kid. This is literally the only kid on the team. He's like 10 years old. And so Captain Marvel is like, I think a 10-year-old kid, and he's been blessed with these powers, and now all he has to do is yell Shazam, like boom. And this cloud burst out and he just turns into like a 30-year-old buff dude like Superman. And I was like, man, that seems kind of weird how he's a kid, but he's like fighting with the big dogs, you know? And I was like, wow, that's actually a great, metaphor, because it's literally a kid becoming a man just like that. And so this entire song is for me going from like being, ignorant to life to learning something from it. That's what being from a kid to a man. That's what I got from it.
I never saw that. Is that in Justice League?
Mm-hmm.
A cartoon?
Yep.
I never saw that.
Look
kid.
up Captain Marvel. It's
Captain
literally a kid.
Marvel. Okay, okay.
Yep, it's a kid. He just yells Shazam and he turns into a superhero.
So I heard a lot of personal insights in that song.
Yeah,
that's a lot of deep shit.
Yeah,
there,
it goes deep. That's why I was. It's like one of the more intimate songs on the mixtape is because like I'm talking about my personal experience in life and like the things that I usually wouldn't talk to about with just like regular people. I kind of just put it out there, just to show you like I am dealing with shit too. Yeah.
So just for context, let's get a little at least surface level background on you before we dive into some more of my favorite music.
Yeah.
I know you got some musical talents that we're about to profile, but just what is speed round stuff, right?
Okay.
What's your name?
Rodney Manalo, aka Mr. No Name.
Mr. No Name. How old are you?
25.
Where were you born?
I was born in Daly City at Seton Medical Center.
Hey, that is hardcore, Daly City. That's not SF, Daly City, kind of borderline. That's Daly
literally
City,
the heart
bro.
of Daly City. the top of the hill.
Where did you go to school?
Middle school. Well, I went to OLPH, kindergarten to 8th grade, and then Oceana High School.
Oceana and Pacifica.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing now?
I am currently in Year Up, which is a program for like young adults in San Francisco who basically just get taught tech skills, business etiquette. I'm also in it with Josh Berha.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Check out episode number 2.
Shameless plug.
Hey, it sounds like a good program.
It is, honestly. Like last year, I never would have thought I'd been in this position like at this time in my life. Like it's honestly a blessing because like I would still be stuck at like a regular retail job where I'm like not doing anything, kind of just chilling at work.
And what mediums of art do you like to do?
Since I was about 5, from 5 till like even till now, I've been drawing like since I was 5.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to work for Pixar to make Toy Story. Like when I first saw Toy Story, I was like, damn, who made this, and how can I do that too? So I like if you look like if I brought all my books, I have like all my coloring books like stacked.
Oh,
Toy Story coloring books. I kid you not, they're all drawn in like with my own Woody pictures and stuff. I've been drawing since I was like 5, 6. Self-taught.
Do you still do that?
I haven't been drawing a lot. I've been kind of focusing on like the internship that I'm at now and music. So drawing was kind of put to the side a little bit, but I kind of just do it like from time to time.
So from what I know about you, actually, I met you through Joseph Magsai Sai, episode number 3,
Yeah.
I think, or something like that.
No, it's like 5 or 6.
Or 5, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
And you came through to the Laya open mic.
Yes.
And then you performed one of your Valentine's song, which is on your SoundCloud, Mr. No Name.
Yeah, Mr. No Name Rod.
Mr. No Name Rod. All right, all letters, no changed up
Yeah,
numbers.
so how it's spelled out is MRNONAMEROD.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
That's like the backslash that.
you have that one mixtape.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Hello, my name is. Because I go by Mr. No Name, so it's like.
But you don't have a name.
Yeah, so.
How is it my name is if you don't have no name?
So that's how I earned the name.
But your name is No Name, so. But that's a name.
Yeah, you see how it goes in a loop. Mind blown.
Could you tell me a little bit about the details of that first song that you did?
Yeah.
And just like your process of making music and putting those intimate details of your life into the song.
So I kind of did it in my own timeline. So how I started the song is like, welcome to the world, youngin', you got a lot to see. So it's basically a narration of my older self walking through my younger self through these times in the eyes of 25-year-old Rodney, right? Does that make sense?
Oh, so you're telling the younger self
I'm telling
pieces of
a
advice.
perspective of what my life was like. Even though I lived it, I'm like taking myself out of the past and like walking myself through it as an adult rather than as a kid at that time. And then one of the lyrics in the first verse is these parties stayed lit, but my graduation seat stayed vacant. So I was partying all the time in high school, and then my graduation seat was just empty because I didn't even graduate high school.
Really?
Yeah. I watched my class graduate, and I sat on the bleachers. Which sucked.
Really? Why? Just because you weren't going to school? You were.
It was because my parents were like in that whole thing. And then it kind of just led me to do like a lot of drugs. I'll tell you that. Like I was popping pills like 8 a.m. during class. And then I'd be high till like fucking like 10 o'clock at night. And I was high during class and at school, or I was so high that I didn't even want to go to school. Like I just ditched. My entire senior year was like, I wasn't even there.
Was it when you said your parents were going through that thing? Did they separate? Is that the thing?
They were already separated since I started high school, but they were in each other's lives in a very negative way. Like they were kind of using me as a pawn for benefits.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like child support, or I need to see him because I need him to get information from you. You know what I mean? So it was like my dad using me as an interrogation tool, and my mom using me as like a financial tool to get money from him.
Damn,
so it's like
and
back and forth. I'm like, yo, I can't deal with this shit. That's why I'm taking drugs during school. So it's like,
yo, like separation and those broken families has a huge impact on people. I know folks like,
hell yeah,
even in my own family, like my own parents, and then I got other family members whose parents have gone through similar shit, and you can see the dysfunction.
It's hard, especially when you're growing up. Like if you're an adult, I mean, I'm pretty sure adults have a better way of coping with things. But when you're like a teenager, when you have no like legit financial resources and you can't really escape from it like that because you're still young, you still live under somebody's roof. It's harder because you have to live with it, and it scars you like emotionally and mentally. Especially if you have no one to talk to about it, it just like lingers on in your head, and then like even subconsciously, like your attitude changes. You take on different perspectives on different issues that correlate with whatever they're fighting about, you know, things like that. I've noticed that because I'm very observant, and I noticed like my mood changed like towards my parents every time, like after they like completely just like stopped talking to each other. When I would see them, it's just like, what do you want? Like, I'm here, I'm chilling. What do you want from me now? You know, instead of just like, oh, hey, how are you doing? It's like, what do you want from me? Like what?
What, the parents would be like that to
I
you?
would be like that to them.
Oh, so the connection with them totally changed, like the ability to have a good relationship, even one-on-one.
Yeah,
it shifted.
Yeah, because I was so used to, like, I need to get something from you to give back. I need to report. I need to get something to report back to you. So then when they stop talking to each other completely, I go back to them and then be like, what? Like when they call me, like ask me for something, I'm like, what do you want? You know, instead of it being normal, like, yeah, what can I do? Or what do you need help with?
Like, or like, what's up?
Yeah, not even that. It's just like, what do you want now?
Yeah. Because you've like ingrained the practice of like, there's a reason why you're wanted there.
Exactly.
And then, you know, it's good that you're able to put aspects of that into the music. That's what I find pretty
And
dope.
at the same time, I didn't want it to make the song sounds like super depressing. I don't want to be like, I was torn, my heart was broken, this and that. I wanted it to be real as possible with no like bias emotion or anything, because I don't want it to sound emotional, because I just wanted to tell my story. Like I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I just want you to know that that's a real thing.
Did you write when you were in high school, like during that time, you were writing raps and all?
I was writing raps. I didn't write any of this stuff. Like the way I wrote my entire mixtape, I didn't write anything like that during high school. But when I was going through some stuff, I actually started singing before I started rapping.
Hey, were you in choir or anything?
No, I was not trained for anything. Everything that I do creatively in my life, I've never been trained for. Never went to school for it. Never been taught.
So do you have singing songs? I haven't seen any singing songs.
I don't have any. Shoot. I do.
You got some Migos on us? You gonna get some melodic shit on us, bro?
I have some singing songs, but they're from like way, way, way back in the day. Like when my voice was still developing as a singer. Yeah. Like I didn't have the right pitch, but like I can hold a note. If that makes sense. Yeah. So I can copy how like Music Soul Child sings a song, but I can't write lyrics to sing my own song. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like I can follow his melody, but I can't make my own because I don't know how notes go. I don't know the pitch and stuff. I don't know how to do those things. So I'm self-taught. So if it's a cover song, no problem. If it's my own song, probably not. Yeah.
And then you were drawing around that time still too.
Yeah, I was still drawing. I wish I brought everything.
Were you into graph?
That's funny that you asked that, because yes, I was heavily into like graffiti back in like sophomore year. I think freshman year is when I was just like kind of imitating graffiti, not really knowing what it looked like. I was just like going based off of what I see. And then sophomore year, junior year is when I actually started like researching on graffiti, like SDK. There's a group called SDK, Stomp Down Killers. I forgot where they're based in. I think it's Canada. So they would be doing graffitis on train. I would be looking at like old graph artists and stuff. And then I think junior year, it was when I was like starting to go out and actually like write on walls and stuff. And then that's how I met Joe, because I know Joe drew too, because my brother is Jeffrey. I mean, no, he didn't.
I'm just kidding.
I don't recall those moments actually. That never happened. Those never happened. It was just a dream. Yeah.
JoJo. Yeah, that dude. I remember JoJo.
JoJo.
Yeah.
That guy. So the other Joe, Megsese, he was telling me about JoJo, how he would do graffiti outside, and he goes by Seth1. And then
I think it was Seth 2, bro. I think it was Seth 2.
Oh yeah, it was Seth 1.5. 1.5. Yeah, so he was doing graph, and then I thought I was a shit, because I was like, drawing these things on paper, but when I actually see his stuff, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this dude blew me out of the water. Like, he's like amazing.
Yeah.
Like with his pen skills, his highlights, his sketches and everything. I'm like, man, I want to learn from you. And then when I found out how old he was, I was like, oh man, I don't like, dude, this guy's like half my age. Like, he's only like 10 years old. No, he's pretty young though. He's
pretty young. He's 22, I think.
Yeah. So I'm 25. Like, imagine me in sophomore year. How old was he? He's only 8th grade.
Yeah.
So it's like, but he was amazing. So I started drawing from graffiti, and then after I was kind of like over that graffiti phase, I was kind of like transitioning from like graffiti art to like pop art. Like,
so you were also writing raps at the same time. So you've always been like mixed media.
I was doing it all. If it was like during high school, it was drawing and poetry. If not drawing, it was like singing and I don't know. Yeah, singing and poetry also, I guess.
What got you into it? Who first opened up your drawing or even poetry or even like poetry? Because I only it's kind of one of those, how would you say, like, poetry in high school, like I fucking love poetry in high school, but it was like, yeah, baby, you're so high in the skies like I could fly, the birds. That's a fucking line in my poem, bro. I had that song.
That's real shit, because that's exactly what. All right, so
but what got you into it?
What got me into drawing was Toy Story 1.
Oh,
so
dope.
that was the movie that started it all for me. So that's kind of where my like end goal is at Pixar. That's where I want to retire from.
Why was there anybody who gave you like a drawing book of it?
Yeah, my dad, he knew that I had a talent with drawing, because like he would print out like Disney pictures, and then he would just leave them there. Like, he even told me this. He experimented with me when I was like 5 or 6.
I'll just put the water bottle over here so it's not blocking your face.
I feel you. Yeah. So he experimented. He left a bunch of like printed Disney pictures and just left them on the table, and then he put like a notepad there and a pencil. And he noticed that like I walked straight up to it and I just started drawing it.
Oh.
I mean, it was like, it wasn't that great of a drawing, but like
you're just like drawing. Inspired to just like copy like that.
Yeah, I just copied it, or I try to like make my own.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
dope.
So then it started going off of that. Poetry was because my ex-girlfriend, when I was a junior, I started writing poetry, and I remember this, so it's hilarious. There was this thing at our high school at Oceana called interim. Yeah. And so what you do there is you choose a class that you want to choose for an entire week.
Yeah, they still have that.
Yeah. So when I was going out with my girlfriend, she was like heavily into like opera. Like in 2008, 2007, people were more into like whatever hip hop was popular, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't interested in any hip hop. She was more into rock, a little bit of rock, and then opera, classical, stuff like that. She was very different.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, that's very different from any girl that I've dated. So that's cool. And so she showed me a book of her poetry. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, she's like, yeah, you should try it sometime. Like, try to write poems, see how it goes. And I was like, all right. And so I was trying to write something. And then I was watching Fresh Prince. And then where he was like, De La Ghetto.
Yeah.
So I was watching that.
The glasses.
Yeah, I try to like find inspiration in that episode. I'm like, yeah, how can I make it so smooth like that?
Yeah,
so I kind of like copied one of the things he says, like tick tock clock. The clock is ticking for you. And then she was like, oh my God, is that original? I was like, yeah. She's like, did you write that? I'm like, yeah, I did.
It's for you, baby.
It's for you, girl.
Yeah. Because I'm always watching you.
I never would have thought of that when I was 16. But yeah, so she got me into poetry, and then after poetry, I transitioned into singing because she's into opera, classical. So she has a great singing voice. It's strong, and She was like, you should try singing because I heard you sing. Have you heard "Weak" by Passion? Yeah. So Passion's version of "Weak."
I don't off the top of my head, but I know who Passion is. I know that style.
Yeah, so he sang
the original Filipino YouTube singer. Oh, that's the first. We are all his children.
Those are MySpace days.
Yeah, shout out to Passion, Gabe Bondoc.
Gabe Bondoc was.
Those are the guys who all these motherfuckers now on YouTube were his children.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a grandfather.
Yeah, he's a grandfather. There's some dope folks right now, though.
Yeah, not to discredit anyone else.
Yeah, not to discredit. Take away from Jamie Boy music. All these other motherfuckers who be killing the game right now. Nick Petroli, like people are doing dope work.
They are, but Passion is the grandfather. He's a granddad.
Those fucking Boys to Men when he was wearing this hoodie, like a Bape looking hoodie. There was like End of the Road. He was singing with Melvin in this like like just those early 2000s like hip hop jackets. Like you would not be caught in those now.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, so he sang, and then she's like, you should try to sing this song. So I sang it. She's like, you know, you're pretty good, you have a nice voice, just like work on this and that. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I started singing because of that. Then we broke up. After the singing, I went right back to poetry, but it was like more dark poetry. It was like, you know, like I feel depressed, this and that, like I don't know. Like, I forgot what I have a lot of old notebook stuff back home.
Did you have friends writing poetry alongside you, or was this just like an individual? Like you just got into it, and this was your therapy? Or?
It was just my therapy. It was my way to cope with some things, because that was the same time like my parents were still doing they're going through that whole ordeal. So I was writing about like my parents. I was writing about like heartbreak. You know, like any 17-year-old kid would write poetry about heartbreak, you know? But what got my other friend's attention, who was my mentor at the time, his name is Jared McPherson. Shout out to J-Mac. J-Mac. He was my mentor back in the day, and he was like, yo, these poems are pretty good. Like, your rhymes are pretty solid. Like, do you want to try writing it on a beat? I'm like, do I? Like, fuck it. Let's go.
Was he like another student?
Yeah, he was a student at my school, and then he actually already had been known as a musician at Oceana since like day one of freshman year of like high school. So I was just like, why not link up? You know, this guy knows exactly what he's talking about with music, so I can definitely learn something. And so the first song I ever recorded in my life was over a Nujabes beat, Flowers.
June Seba.
It was called Flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Nujabes or
some people, I don't know. Some people have, it's a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
like Nujabes. But
rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
I'm not trying to mess up his name on purpose.
That's why I said Did you know June Seba?
Yeah, it's his name backwards. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how much lasting input he's had on the music scene.
Oh yeah,
especially for freestylers, for these beat creators.
Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Samurai Champloo. Other shows, I forgot what other shows he made beats for, but I digress.
Yes.
So J-Mac was my teacher, so he told me how to count bars. He told me how to count BPM, beats per minute. He told me how to like structure words properly, like different methods on how to write lyrics on paper so you can read it a certain way, things like that. And then so he kind of taught me how to write. So, excuse me. when I wrote to that song, that's like the first song I recorded, and that's kind of like what got the ball rolling. And then like as I heard his music, I started like figuring things out. Like, what does 16 bars mean? What is that? You know, like I never knew what 16 bars was. I thought it was just like a term for a verse. But how long is that verse? You know, how do you know how long to go? How do you count the right times where you're supposed to end your rhyme? And then after we graduated high school, I was kind of listening to more music, and then I was just like kind of finding patterns of like different songs with like that same structure. Like I was listening to College Dropout, Late Registration, other albums like that, like Below the Heavens, Blue in Exile. I don't know if you heard that album.
No. BLU.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Fucking great album. I was listening to those. Like, how does he structure his rhymes and stuff? So that's kind of how it like built onto that. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess we gotta put on that flower beat for a little throwback.
No. Maybe in the next podcast, I'll bring the MP3 and then I'll let you guys listen to it.
Well, I feel like I want to throw on just a few beats.
Okay.
For a little freestyle session.
Oh, that's honor. That's a normal thing with this podcast. Freestyles have to happen.
Freestyle session.
How many beats are we doing?
We can do probably at least 2 and then go 3-ish.
Oh, okay.
And let's just see what I got. So I'm going to throw on
whatever you
the
got.
homie one Burha beat.
Oh, Burha beats.
And then we got some other flaming osis. But this one, let's just see what we can do with it. This is Dreamin'.
Ooh.
By Burha Beats.
Ooh.
So
Josh Burha's older brother.
With KuyaChris Beats.
Ooh, with that tag too.
Ooh.
Okay. So Mr. No Name, on it. When it drops.
Oh.
Hey.
Do you wanna do like throw on words and stuff? Or
No, just go. And then
Okay.
we can do that. I'll set it up. Just you gotta rap onto this. Show them kids.
Yo, drinking water from a hydro flask. You know I'm not the shooter cause I don't blast, but I got this shit on blast, and every time I got this, yeah, you know I'm not ass. Yup, I'm not Ash Ketchum. You don't even know, man, I do not catch them. Yeah, fuck, I'm losing my shit, and I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Going Super Saiyan ham. Shit, what am I saying, man? About to go fucking ham, and every time that I go, man, I go like a goldfish. Everybody knows this. You don't even know this. Man, I swear, I spit the shit. You don't even notice. I'll be a fly on the wall. Every time I get this shit, I ball. Cause I'm like, fuck, I'm losing my shit. I don't even know what I'm about to say. Go ahead, save me.
You don't need no saving. I just wanna save faces. Everybody running like they're in them races. Ethnic lines. I just wanna go with sex or dime. I just wanna run another rhythm back me. I just wanna go try to see a Filipino. It's a little bit hard to rap on this beat, but I try to pick up my feet and find a rhythm that will just go bar for bar. 16, I just wanna be like a youngin'. 16, a preteen, I just wanna say I was in middle school when I fell in love with white ladies. I said, baby girl, you look so good, why don't you let your hair down? I said, baby girl, I'm a little Filipino boy. I can make you feel that joy. I just wanna make you play with my toy. That's a little bit dirty. I'm just a little bit flirty. I'ma do this until your mama turns 30. Cause I like the meals. Give me a gift. I'ma do this now. I'm doing it for real. So I pass it to Mr. No Name. Find the beat, the rhythm.
He said, play with my toy. I don't play with the boy. No, you don't even know me, but I don't even know you. You ain't a homie, bitch. I am Mowgli, and this is Jungle Book. We wanna get fucking took, and everybody knows I am not a crook, cause I'm not crooking castles. You don't wanna shook me, you get shook. Rest in peace, the prodigy from Mob Deep. I don't even care if your mob is deep. You can go ahead and get these off of me, yeah. Pleasing, yeah. Do this shit every evening, yeah. pleasing. I don't even care, this shit is for the evening. Yeah, your skin on my skin, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that when we're together that we win. And every time, man, I feel like the wind, cause every time that we blow, yeah, you know we sink in it. The skin intimate, and every time that we get into it, I don't even know, man, you get intricate. The little things that we did with shit, shit, man.
You are now tuned in with your hobby.
Okay. Ended it right on the tag.
Okay.
We got another
so
beat.
Now we got the next beat, but now we are using Rap Pad for a little 45 seconds per topic, per word. Find the raps, find the messages, the content. But next, we've got, that was Dreamin' by Bertha Beats. Now we got Flaming Osis called Never Felt a Feeling Like This.
Damn.
All right, let's see.
And if you can't, if you don't know where we're going, the words are right there on that screen. I don't know if they can see that. All right.
Come on, Mr. No Name.
Ooh, look at the words.
Show it.
Ready? Yeah, killing it. Yeah, I'm killing shit. I'm not a murderer, but I be killing it. Everybody knows you feeling it. I'm a Filipino in the cuts. Everybody knows I'm digging it. Digging the crates, digging your grave, digging in the place. Killing this beat, killing your face. Yeah, taking the mask off, but I'm not Future. But I'll fuck your life like Kama Sutra. And everybody knows, man, I'ma do this to ya. You don't even care, this is humility to ya. I don't even know what is leaping. You can go ahead and dive into the deep end. The leaping frog crossing the street. You can see the chicken crossing the street with the frog, and he's hopping the leap. And everybody knows I go on and on when I hop on this beat. I'm like a rabbit on a track, a rabbit on the map. Every time I run this shit, I'm like a rabbit on the track. I'm going rapid on these tracks, and everybody knows I got flows, and everybody knows I don't got the cash. I'm a broke asshole. I don't even care if you're broke ass, no, but I'm a broke asshole. I got no self-worth. I'm a broke asshole. Get it? Self-worth, broke asshole. You don't even know how gas goes. Meaning I spit fire whenever I spit that propane through my fucking mouth though. I don't even care, you can go ahead and get your mouth though. You can click the mouse, bro. You can go ahead and click fast forward. You can even click rewind. You don't even know where I go, cause everybody knows Mr. No Name is ahead and never behind. You can kiss my behind and all of my cheeks. You don't even care if I'm rapping on the beat. Call the seniors cause I never graduated high school from Oceana. You don't even go ahead and get your cameras. Go ahead and film this. Go ahead, the realness. You can go ahead and bitch call me Regis Philbin. Who wants to be a millionaire? I'm a chameleon, but I'm a chameleon in this air. When you stare, I'm not there. Yup, camouflage to your eyesight. Everybody knows Mr. No Name in the limelight, going off the top every time that I'm flowing. Everybody knows Mr. No Name is fucking going. I'm going insane, going off my brain, artillery in my mind. You can go ahead and propane. You know this is old game. Go ahead off the top like Rogaine. What the fuck am I saying? I don't know, man. I'm going off the top like you can't feel this. Everybody knows, man, No Name is the realest. I don't even care. You can go ahead and film this off of the top. The artillery, go ahead and infiltrate the illness. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just saying stupid shit when I'm rhyming up on the go. You don't even know. I'm a go fish when I'm on the go. Mr. No Name always doing this shit. You already know. Yup, the ash whore, the ash whore. Ash whore, ash whore. I don't even know what you asking for. Go ahead.
Shore.
What?
Nigga, that's a shore. You on the beach? Damn, dog. You just want to get some more. How come you read it wrong? You're like a whore that never went to school. That's a little bit rude, but I'm trying to get you educated. Why don't you eat some good food? That's a shore, not in the water. That's right, by the coast. Why are you being lost like a father who couldn't find a way to drive? I'm just telling you, this is a reason for you to go and just jive with me all damn week. I'm a little bit strong. Nah, nigga, I ain't weak. This is how I stay on my game. My hair is sleek. Maybe I can be a Miller. Nah, call me Meek. Okay. One more. You gonna start off the next one.
Ooh, all right. Yo, that was a dope beat, man. Oh, what is this?
This one by Rob Araujo.
Okay. It sounds like a slow beat.
Okay. You can rap on anything.
All right. Musicians make anything happen. What am I wearing? I don't even know he's staring. Bearing, catch the bearings. This beat might be too slow. I don't even know if you know. I don't even know, but I'm pulling the right cards. You can call me Yu-Gi-Oh. Yup, call me Yu-Gi-Oh. Every time this Rufio. Call me Peter Pan in Neverland. Every time that I never land, you can go ahead and catch the right hand or the left hand. Yup, Asa. Flying like NASA.
Yeah,
Asa. Flying like NASA. Yeah, this FAFSA. For your last, bruh. Go ahead and get the cash, bruh. This FAFSA. Everybody knows no name got the fucking cash, bruh. Nope, I'm broke boy. Remember that? I don't even care if you never land. You can go ahead and never land. KuyaChris kill this shit on the element.
That's the ass without the F. No financial assistance. That's theft from the government. Do you understand? That's what they said. Now I'm just a kid with ugly ass hair. Call me alfalfa. Yeah, I just need to be a youngin'. I'm coasting. I got my dog on the scooter. I'm a little rascal. Damn, I'm doing it drastic. Man, I just wanna be young at heart. That's where I start. Just to tell you that I will go drive in a cart. They say and go. I go down a little bit slow, but I say, girl, I like the way that you go. I'm just like a little brown young rascal Filipino. This poetic lines show a good mood. Damn, I'm a good dude. Cause all the ladies want to rock with us. I'm finding a way to just drive on by. Maybe I need to find another beautiful rhyme from rappad.com. That's just what I wanna say. It's helping me write my raps. It's gonna be a brighter day when I'm a poetic man. Damn, I'm so high in the sky, birds will fly with my love. It's just so deep that I ain't no thug, but I can shoot the beat. I'm in a good ass mood, cause I'm on the move. My momentum won't ever be stopped, but no ugly ass dude. I'm just running my game tonight. If you wanna be with me, well, we can never fight. I'm telling you, it's alright if you get on top of this beat. Now learn to speak. My homie, Mr. No Name, go and reach.
Go and reach poetry, poetry. You can go and reach, call the birds and the bees. You can go ahead and get it. I don't even know if you hit it, but this that ceremony. We gon' go ahead and get it, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ceremony, this a ceremony that we bout to light up. Grab the candles, light up. We gon' get the night up. Feel like Thor's hammer, my dick gonna get right up. Yeah, if you worthy, you can call me James Worthy. I don't even care if you love me, please me, or you hurt me. Yeah, baby, yeah, I do this. Call me Captain Hook. You can go ahead and baby G the judge and grab the book. You can call me an asshole, you can call me a rascal, but not alfalfa and Darla. You can call me an asshole, yeah.
Last one.
Last one.
We gotta do this. It's too fun, dog.
You start this, bro. You start this one.
It's a killer. That last one was jazzy. It had its ups and downs, but when it dropped into that poetic shit, you got the melody too.
I like it.
That was good.
Let's go. Let's
go, Captain
Go
Cook.
hard with this one.
What the fuck is SPCA?
Who cares?
That's like the calling out. Flaming Oasis again, the guacamole on this is extra strong. I'm super special, cause my penis is called Christian. An astronaut for the nights that go too long. That's the SPCA, a little bit rude today, but the acronyms don't really move my way as I try to say that I'm a spitter, cause that's a spitter who just wanna be fleeker on the beat. Will I reach? This is me, that's my specialty, to make music and podcasts that get people to read into the lives of Filipinos who do bleed the same type of color blood as everybody else. We're artists. I'm trying to chase that wealth, cause I wanna use my specialization to find another way to build a good vibes nation. I run this beat. I just learn to speak my own wealth into reality, cause I've been waiting at the dock, speak it good into existence. Kendrick Lamar told me that's what I gotta do when I'm spitting. I pass it off to my homie No Name Rod. He's got some bills to pay, so why don't you just show it off how you make the cash, dog?
Yo, Chris said he be doing when the spitting. Yo, I'm not Hillary, no fucking Bill Clinton. And everybody knows my bills be speaking, cause everybody knows I don't pay my bills from the weekend. Nope, I pay everything but every bill, cause I buy shoes before every meal. Now I'm just playing, I ain't on the ignorant shit, and everybody knows I'm intricate with it. Yeah, I spit these rhymes for free, I don't freestyle for shit. I freestyle every day, it's a bird bag, that's it, bird bad. like a bird bath when you take a shower with a bird, like flying high. I don't even care the word, it's bird bath. I don't even care if you heard that. Yup, I so fly and I'm clean like a bird bath. Get it? I'm fly and I'm clean like a bird bath. You don't even know your words math. Shit, add the words together. This is word math. Everybody knows. Yeah, I get these Wait, everybody knows I get the words to clash. Everybody knows, man. I go fucking go ham. I'm Gohan. I go ham. Gohan, I'm Gohan, I go ham, eradicate, but I'm not eradicate from Pokemon. I don't even care, bitch. You can go ahead and look at me from the hole behind. Whoa. Oh, hey, oh, the beat eradicate. One more time, eradicate, erectile dysfunction. I'm just playing, what does that mean? It means you just don't get up. You don't get it, you don't get up. You don't get up ahead of me. Eradicate starts with E and ends with E. I don't even care, you can go ahead and pop E.
You can pop E, eradicate. It's too close to masturbate. That's what's in my head, a little bit too great a feeling. That's just me, you get the feeling? That's us just feeling real good when we masturbate. But I estimate that my length is a little bit too much. I'm good at math, so I never rush when I measure my stick. This is me giving me what, 6 plus 6? A foot long. I worked at Subway too long. Damn, that's me and my schlong. How about you? Wanna get a new dong? Why don't you go to goodvibrations.com? Cause they sell them toys for the ladies, some toys for the boys. Today is Pride Week, so I want to see you with some joy.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
That was good.
Freestyle sessions, always going in.
Freestyle sessions, Mr. No Name Rod.
That was fun. That was fun.
Dog, you know, I like listening to different rappers, and when we were chilling at the FCC and we were analyzing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have good wordplay, dog. Your double rhymes are good.
Yeah.
Your double rhymes are consistent.
Yeah.
And then what I notice is that you also are good at kind of diving into a certain topic and finding the other ways to like find the wordplay in it.
Yeah.
Right? You're not worried. You like, because I get worried about repeating myself.
Yeah.
But then you're comfortable in like sitting with the phrase over at least 2 or 3 lines and then letting the meaning develop. It's cool, dude.
Yeah. I kind of like built my freestyle like off of, it's funny, LA rappers. I've been watching like Dumbfounded. I've been watching Wax.
Wax has a podcast.
Yeah. Wax's podcast. Even before he made all those podcasts, I was watching like their freestyle sessions.
Yeah.
Swim Team.
Yeah.
There's Blue in Exile. I was watching Iron Solomon.
Swim Team isn't around anymore though. Like they kind of
this is way back in the day. This
right?
is way back in the day.
Yeah.
Like this is when like 2009, 2010.
It was back when Anderson .Paak wasn't
Breezy
Breezy Lovejoy.
Yep. When people hear about the stuff now, like Dumbfounded and Anderson .Paak, I've been knowing about them since like 2010. So it's like I've been following them their whole career basically. And then like people are like, oh, you're just a bandwagoner because they're new. I'm like, they're not new, bro. They're like 7 years old. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I've developed my freestyles on like stuff that they do. Because LA rappers, I've noticed, or most of them, not all of them, but like they like to rhyme with multi-syllables. Like there was this freestyle session with the Swim Team back in like 2012, 2013. This guy named, I forgot if it's Alpha MC. His name's Alpha MC. And it was so cool, like how he rhymed, I'm a real narrow lil fellow with high skill level and jokes like Will Ferrell. You see how like all those words are like double like syllable,
double syllable.
Yeah, and it's like it fits so cool. Like I wanted to rhyme like that. I didn't want to just rhyme like cat, hat, bat, sat. You know, like those are too simple. I want to make that shit pop. So I started rhyming double syllable, like through every song. Like I try to do that with every song so I can develop my freestyle a little bit better. So I purposely wrote that way to freestyle better, where I'm not stuck freestyling like cat, bat, hat, sat, you know, things like that.
Like singular. Dope, and that's a good skill. I've been seeing those genius breakdowns of songs where they also color code the rhymes. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
this guy is doing hella internal rhymes, end of the line rhymes, double syllable rhymes.
That's what I like about like his type of artist. his rhymes are so intricate that people like break it down for you. But not only is the rhyme scheme intricate, like cool as fuck, but like the message behind whatever he's saying too.
Yes.
Like that's the kind of thing I like to see, because it's like you have to really dig deep and understand what he's saying.
And it's comprehensive, because some people, right, they have the flow.
Yeah.
They have there's a swagger.
Yep.
They have the rhyme, the content, the message, right? But it's very rare that you collectivize all of them.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a hard skill to be able to develop all that what you're saying is worthy to be listened to, is well structured,
Yep.
and is entertaining.
Yeah.
Like that's
hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because like I remember me and my group and I, we were trying to like write music together, or we are writing music together. And then there was a song where...
Who are you going to shout out? Who's your group?
Mike Villa, Mikey V, and the homie CJ, Kristan Joseph.
Kristan.
Yeah.
I met that dude at the gym.
He met Josh at the gym too. I was just like, oh, small world. Like, that's hella funny. Like, you guys know each other from Crunch.
Wait, Josh goes to Crunch?
He went to Crunch. Like, that's why he's still skinny as fuck. Shots fired. Honestly, I see Josh as like the poster child of a little brother.
He's next. He's next.
Yeah.
I feel like if you could be the J Mac to him.
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly
You feel
why.
me?
Like I see him as like he already has a brother.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna Burha beats, but I mean, he's been telling me like, hey, I want to write this. Like, does this sound good? Like he's been sending me like lyrics, and I've been looking it over, and I'm like, yo, I remember when I used to write like this. Like I want to show him my way of writing, but I don't want to take away his creative ability. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like not going too far into teaching him my way, because everybody can have their own way of learning.
Yeah.
So I want him to develop his own way of learning, but I kind of want to just guide him, be like, hey, this doesn't sound good, or you could do this better.
Like enabling.
Yeah.
And the constructive
Yeah.
criticism.
Yeah. I want to give him constructive criticism without like forcing him to learn this way. Like,
Yeah, that'd be
'cause
dope.
that would suck if like the only way is to learn one way. Like that's not how it should be.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple ways to learn something. So I've been trying to like direct him in the correct approach, or direct him into like writing better things, like better lyrics, being more creative when writing it, not just like I went to the park, I took a shit or something, you know, like not just like solid statements, but like make a story around what you did. Like I went to the park, I took a trip by myself, felt like I didn't have any help, so I went to the park, some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to help him with that.
That's good. That's what they say, is like you master it when you get to teach it.
Yeah.
Right. And that'll be dope. I want to ask you, why do you keep on writing? Why do you do all of this? And rap, what do you get out of your freestyles and all?
I feel like I have been quiet too long. For my like since high school, I was like you could definitely tell I'm like an introverted child. Like I didn't talk. Like even at rallies, I wasn't like cheering, like, oh yeah, like my class and stuff. I was just like kind of like sitting there waiting for it to be over. So you can definitely see like I have no interest in like talking to people or being outside and stuff. But that was back in the day. So as I developed like writing, that's how I met more people. And when I meet more people, I learned something different. Like I learned how to count, like how to end your rhyme at a snare to make the rhyme sound like solid, and then like kind of build off of that, like during like freestyle sessions. Even though I sucked, I would listen to people, and then I just like introduce myself, be like, yo, how'd you do that? And then they pass out their information. So every time that I freestyle with somebody or have a session with somebody or people, like I learn something different. Not specifically saying like, oh, how do you do this? But like when they do something, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know you could do it that way. Like when you rhyme, you kind of like sing and rhyme, right? I never thought about doing that until I tried it yesterday. Like to be completely honest, I've heard all your freestyles and like the way you freestyle, like you kind of sing freestyle. So I'm like, I want to try that. That's why I just did it right now.
You sounded good, dude.
Yeah, so I was just like,
a while ago it sounded good.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, we gotta stop this podcast and record this, chop this beat up, and get that rhythm down, because that sounded clean, dog.
For sure. Yeah, because like in my head I was like hesitating. I was like, should I try it? I was like, fuck it. I was like, all right. So I looked at the word and it just did it. But what I get from writing and freestyling and making music is building connections and like a network with like different people. And it turns out like every artist that I meet, they're a chill ass person. Like they're not snobby. They're not like, they don't look down on you if you don't write that well. They're just cool ass people. So like every musician that I've met so far has always been like a dope person, or just like even giving me constructive criticism on my own music. So that's why I keep writing, like just to have this experience and like meet new people.
You know, because I think a lot of, especially the good creative ones, good artists like that, a lot of them also know that they once really sucked.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what keeps it humble,
that's real,
you know?
though, because like everybody has to start somewhere. Like you can't just start and be freaking good.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to start somewhere, and like that's how you develop as not even just as a musician, but as a person. You have to learn from experiences. So.
Do you see yourself doing this long term? Keeping writing and music?
I honestly want to say yes, but like deep down, I know it's not long term. I know like the hip hop culture will be forever in me, but making music and doing these things is probably not gonna last that long. Like,
why do you say that?
Because I wanna work at Pixar, man. Like that's my end goal. I'm almost 30, bro. Like 5 more years and I'm 30. That's like that's kind of like adult. Like you should have a family developed by that time. You know what I mean? Like like it's not like you should have one, but it's usually expected time that you start one. So
fuck you! I'm 25.
We're on the same boat.
No, we don't have to,
all right.
No, we don't.
All right. I want to say at 35, I want to have a family started.
For sure.
So that's 10 years from now. So that's not long term. As to like when I left high school, that was 2009. It's been 8 years since then. That's almost a decade.
Dog, we're the same year, dog.
Yeah, it's almost a decade since I've been writing music. So in another decade from right now, that's when I want to start a family. So I don't even think I'd be doing music anymore.
I think you might be one of those fathers who put your kid on hip hop.
Hell yeah, right? Hell yeah. that's a guarantee. It's funny too, because like when me and my girlfriend go out to places, and we see like hip hop events, and we see like the kids there, and then we see like the most into it hip hop kid, like there's a kid like dancing or something like that. She's like, "That's your kid. That's your kid." And then when I see like a baby like eating, I'm like, "That's your kid."
Is she into hip hop too?
Not as much as me. I can definitely say that she's slightly into hip hop, but she's more into like it's hard to say because like she's not into the hip hop culture like the like deep, the like old hip hop culture. She's more elements. Into like whatever is now. She's just going with the flow. So it's not like she's like a bandwagon or anything. She's just kind of like, she doesn't really care what happens to hip hop, I guess. She just likes the music. So yeah.
Yeah, there's different music does different things to different people, different vibes, you know.
And what's cool, what I like is when people like different music. So I can be a hip hop head all I want, but if I don't listen to anything else, that's kind of boring, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like if all I listen to is hip hop, it's just a one track. That's a one track mind.
I used to have this insecurity that I liked weird music, but then once I realized other people liked it, I was like, yeah, this is good music. Like old rock shit, R&B, like the old like even musicals and stuff. I'm like, yo, and then when I listen to it again now, I'm like, there's some good stuff I can sample on here and flip it. I have such a long list of like songs to sample or remix that are in a whole bunch of different freaking genres and everything.
It's crazy when you listen to like different music because it gives you a better perspective of like, how was this music made? What inspired them to make this music? And then it kind of like builds your ideas more. Like, oh shit, they learned it from that. Why can't I learn it from that too? Or something like that. That's what I like about different genres is that you can learn something new. It's not like
hip hop is just like literally the culture of hip hop, so you can't really learn that much. I mean, you can learn a lot from hip hop culture in general, but if you only listen to hip hop, then you'll only know what goes on in hip hop. There's like other things outside of that genre.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So not to diss any hip hop heads who only listen to hip hop, but I'm saying like when you broaden your horizon, you can definitely see more.
I took a guitar class this semester, and I was blown away with the amount of knowledge the teacher had and the different styles that there is in even just using the guitar. And I can see the progression through the blues, through R&B, and how all that even builds upon the history of hip hop through dance. And like you have the old school blues where that's the heart of R&B and hip hop. Like it's kind of crazy to think that like all these people created so much music, but we don't really listen to a lot of that now. But it's all rooted in such a diverse musical history of people struggle, people just like that's what they do. And that's the soul blues, right?
And it sucks because like that's why there's such a separated culture with mainstream hip hop and like I guess underground hip hop.
Yeah.
Because the things that people made hip hop like way back in the day when the old hip hop heads like made music, they made music based off of the things that they see. Like remember in NWA, he's I can't remember the line exactly, but Ice Cube, his son, his character, was saying like this is a reflection of our. It's not what we promote; it's the reflection of our reality.
He said he's like a reporter.
Yeah, he's not glorifying what happens in his society, but he's kind of just narrating what goes on. As of right now, that's glorified. People glorify being like on drugs. People glorify like cheating on their girlfriend. People glorify like money and all that shit. It sounds so repetitive when people complain about like the mainstream hip hop now, but if a lot of people say it, then it must be true.
I wonder how it can shift though. Like I really wonder if it can shift. I think it can, but I just don't know how and who's in control, quote unquote. Because you got to say at least those people who are promoting that, a lot of it are backed by major studios, major labels who have the capacity to place these people into these interviews, get the plays for them. Right? Back the funding for music videos that go viral.
Like the companies now, they promote whatever's popular. Like last year's XXL freshman class and this year's XXL freshman class, there was an interview with the lady who was like the head leader of the Complex magazine, and she was like, our class is very diverse. I feel like, we have a lot of talent here, blah blah blah. And I was like, for real? Like you got people who sound exactly the same talking about like the same shit. But here's the thing that the things that they talk about now, they're setting the bar even higher about the same shit, that if people from the underground try to talk against it, it just gets shut down immediately. You know what I mean? So like if you talk about like sex, drugs, and money, right? Talk about those three things that much and promote it that much, like since way back, it's been getting higher and higher. You know what I mean? It's getting more popular through mainstream, right? So anything that you try to say against that, it will kind of just like not even gonna listen.
It's like, oh, all right, you woke ass rapper.
Yeah,
like if you try to like address it, like,
if you try to address those issues, they kind of just get pushed to the side. Be like, no one wants to hear that because nobody's into that. Like society's been so like
conditioned,
brainwashed, and conditioned to that's all they want to hear. Anything else sounds trash. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm a product of conditioning, man. Even my conditioning is conditioned. Remember that?
No.
That's from, I think, one of the Black Star albums.
Is it?
I think, yeah. Is it Black Star? One
Mos
of those.
Def and Talib?
Yeah. It's one of those skits in between pieces.
Oh, damn.
I think it's one of those albums where it was one of, and then he's like, man, you just know, man, it's just my conditioning. It's conditioned, man. You're so conditioned that you don't even know you're conditioned, man. And is making fun of it, but it's real.
It's real.
Yeah, there's truth to that.
That's like a rhetoric or
Let
satire,
me do a transition. Could I have you perform your second piece?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put on the beat, but I'm also once I put it on, I'm gonna go change my shirt real quick because I'm sweaty.
See, I didn't want to call you out on it.
And then it's cold and it's hot. I don't get my body with weather is not the most. I'm just made for the island weather. This Daly City fog and shit.
You're out in like 5 days, man.
Like I know, but. I mean, you're conditioned for this. You're native Daly City.
Born here.
I'm an immigrant.
You're born in the sun. I was born in the fog.
Could you tell me a little bit what this piece is?
This one is called TTFN. So anybody who watched Winnie the Pooh when they were kids, TTFN, Ta-ta for now. So it's not like a goodbye song. It's more like a see you later type of song.
Why, is that what they say in Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Tigger.
Oh, ta-ta for now.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Really? I never...
Pull it up later or like look at it when you're changing your shirt and then let me know if you see it.
Here.
All right.
Super Mario World.
All right, so this is TTFN. Rapping by myself. Yeah. What up? What you been up to since we spoke last? How's the fam? Who you talk to from my old class? I ain't conversed in a minute. It's been years since we kicked it. I heard blah blah got locked up and so got children. Yeah, time flies, don't it? I'm just alive for the moment, but it feels like the inside of a donut. I miss my brothers, sisters, cousins, and best friends. Honestly, we grew apart like split ends. Damn, I had to pause for a second. Crazy how people we knew became strangers from an alternate dimension. Y'all were fam, but even fam had heartless intentions. And those who walk the path with us are going opposite directions. Responsibilities happen when life takes a hold. A world switches when we burn bridges to pave the road. It sucks when you gotta break a bond to break the mold, but sometimes it's the way it goes. Hey yo, do your thing, I wish you all well. Goodbye, so long and farewell. I said, do your thing, I wish you all well. Goodbye, so long and farewell. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Don't know where you been, but I'll see y'all around. I'll see y'all again, even if it ain't now. It sucks to say goodbye, cause I never know how. Peace.
Hey, that was clean. Ta-ta for now. Come on, end it with a freestyle. Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta for now. I see your tatas for now.
Let me see them tatas, my baby. I just wanna make you a mama, you lady. Looking like a Latina, baby making is what you're made for. That's a little bit sexist, but I do not wanna mess up my text. Tonight I'm just sending you a good vibe, a good night with a little kissy emoji. That's right, with the eggplant as well, and the cream shooting on out. This is me giving you a shout out. What I'm all about is me giving you a piece of my mouth. A little bit of that. Ta-ta for now, ta-ta for now.
Girl, let me see them tatas for now. Tatas for now, tatas for now. Girl, let me see them motherfucking tatas for now. Tatas, your breasts. I don't even care, you can go ahead and text this. Yeah, girl, you next sis, you next up, cause your breast is be big as fucking Texas. Yeah, and every time I see them, man, I swear it's like lions fighting in the motherfucking Coliseum. Cause when I see them, man, I'll not be breathing. I'll be dying every time I see them, man. You can call the evening. Oh.
Woo! Fire, dog.
Freestyling all day.
All day. There's something dope about freestyling. It's almost like you're searching for something. You're just like, where is it? And boom, there you go. Dope. Here's something dope. And then it's gone. You're like, oh fuck. All right, what's the next one? What's the next one? It's a constant search, discovery, but you can't just jive off your discoveries. You gotta let it go too. And you're like, all right, what's the next one? It's a constant work and improvement and many kind of like accomplishments, and then next.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like small wins every line. Yeah. Every line is a small victory. And I used to be like the person who would like harbor that cool ass punchline until like the last line. And then doing that, it kind of just like made me forget what else I was gonna say. So like everything I was supposed to build that punchline off of, I forgot, and the only thing I remember was that punchline. So when you keep that punchline in your memory bank, you kind of just mess up your own freestyle because you're saving like the best for last, but the best never is the best.
Okay.
The best can always be outdone and always will be outdone.
A little 5-minute 101s. What are some of the lessons for the freestyle? The do nots, the do's, right? That's one do not.
Do not harbor the punchline. Say whatever you feel. Say everything and anything, because a freestyle is a freestyle. It's not a written thing. It's not a judged thing. It's not based on score. It's literally whatever the fuck you want to say.
One do not from mine is, I remember I would always try to focus on getting the like snaps from other people, that it kind of like, I know we're doing it to have fun too, but I think there's a balance between performance for other people and trying to get the reaction and also doing it for yourself and having fun.
Yeah.
Because there's a line, because we do it in a cipher, and of course there is like, it's fun to vibe with people, but when you do it too much that you're only doing that, nothing, your brain's just, but I notice when you have the fun for yourself and then you work on that plus the skills, the group like benefits and has fun.
Yeah, because from what I remember hearing, like watching old interviews and stuff from old MCs, is hip hop is a competitive culture. People try to outdo. That's why when rap beef happens, people want to see the outcome, because they want to see the top, like they want to see somebody outshine one another. They want to see somebody like spit the dopest line. You know, like when Nas made Ether against Jay-Z, or when
that was a killer though. It was a killer
when Drake made Charged Up or Back to Back against Meek Mill. You know, like they want to see that altercation happen to see who's going to be like the top dog in that situation. So I think it's cool that it's a competitive thing, but you can also have fun with it. It's like friendly competition.
Yes.
It's like me and you rapping. Personally, I don't like when people steal the limelight. So I try to like, okay, what can I say? What can I play off of what he said? Or what can I say like more intricate? How can I make my rhyme sound a little bit better? So that's just me personally. It's like, if somebody gets a reaction, I want to get one too. You know what I mean? So that's just me. Like I like going up against that because it's all fun at the end of the day. So no matter what you do, like in that freestyle, as long as you're not like attacking somebody, like it's cool.
It's almost like martial arts sparring.
Yeah.
It's like you're training.
In a sense.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, you're like,
yeah, you're still cool.
Like that,
you were just trying to go hard on each other. Like you just wanted to make sure that each of you are at a certain level.
Yeah.
Like you're not evened out, but you're constantly like going back and forth one level and the other.
Yeah. It's like, I like being inspired by people's skill. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
When I get those like moments, like, oh, like I'm like, oh, how do I do that?
Yeah.
Like that.
Like those moments, like when I perform. Like I remember I did a show with my group, Band Music, CJ and Mikey V, and there was this random ass black dude in the crowd. Like after I did my Rico remix, that whole song, he just went up to me. He's like, "Yo, what is your name, man?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Mr. No Name. Why?" He's like, "Yo, give me your number right now." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like his energy was like he's gonna fuck me up, but what he was actually talking to me about was like, yo, I want to put you on at this club that I promote. Like your energy, like everything that you said, I definitely guarantee they'll go fucking crazy over there. Like I want you to perform there, this and that. And like those moments for me are kind of like what inspired me to write more, like lyric wise, like make my bar sound better. Because like nowadays I kind of just hear like a trap beat and then there's a melody with like mumble rap, I guess. Like
no Xannies, Viagra. They'll just say the brand names of the drugs.
Xannies, So like when you rap like that way, it just kind of like people are just vibing to the beat. They don't actually like hear what you're saying, because I'm listening to what you're saying, and what you're saying isn't like much, you know. So like when I hear like people write like real lyrics with like real lyricism, like that's what catches my attention. I'm like, damn, that was crazy. I gotta write something way better than that. So like when that guy was listening to my lyrics, I was like, okay, that's what I write for. Like I write for people who actually like take the time to listen and like repeat it back to me and say like, hey, you could have done this. Hey, that sounded good. Yo, that was amazing. This and that. And I'm like, okay, that's why like lyricism is important to me too.
I want to get the folks who can fuse those together, the lyricism with that I call the swag rap.
Yeah, you can. That is not hard.
And I know there are, but I haven't been seeing them pop off yet.
Me neither. I can't honestly say that I've seen too many. And it's I don't want to say it's sad. It's like you're doing a disservice to yourself when you kind of have to dumb down your own lyrics.
And not lightweight, but like medium weight disservice to others, dog.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna shout him out, but I'm not dissing on you, bro. I love you. But my little cousin, he's not little, he's taller than me now too, but he's all up on the SoundCloud rap, and a part of me is like, dope, he's on hip hop, and like he really has been deep and even analyzing which one's the best Kanye West album even years ago.
Yeah.
But all the shit that he be posting now, the XXX Temptation and all that shit, like, bro, we were just chilling in the car and I was listening. I was like, Zannies, yeah, popping on the Zanny, yeah. I'm like, dog, are you really fucking gonna vibe off, popping off Zannies?
Damn.
And
you're barely conscious when you're on Zanny. I mean, on any drugs, if anything. So like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
but on another level, I understand the larger culture that encourages that, or other reasons why that is something relatable, right? Because what else is being pushed out? Taylor Swift, fuck that, right? Like,
exactly.
What is the relatable one? But it's just hard to see that there are no like empowering lyrically and culturally, even mentally, that is on being pushed out, that is on the like forefront of the music that is being put on.
And that's exactly what I was saying. You remember the sex, drugs, and money? When it's up here, everything else pushed to the side. That is exactly what I was saying.
And you got to go hunting for that.
Yeah, like you really have to, in a figurative sense, you have to dig through the crates.
Yeah.
Like you have to like search who
you
the real
dig
lyrics
through the scrolling.
Like who are the real artists who are spitting like real lyrics nowadays? Like, and it's cool because like some people confuse them well together. Like there's this dude Mindful MC.
Mindful MC.
Yeah, Mindful MC.
We'll do some shout outs. Give me some shout outs to folks.
Mindful MC, he did a remix to Mask Off. And Mask Off is a future beat, like, you know, Mask Off, fucking Mask Off. He was going in on that, and then I saw on his Instagram he got called in for an audition for Team Backpack. You know what I mean? So like that's
Team Backpack's on it.
I honestly wanted to be on Team Backpack.
Team Backpack is on it.
Yeah.
Dog, you can still do it.
I could, but like I don't know, like I'm kind of like intimidated by all the talent around there.
Yeah,
it's like fuck, I don't know what to do.
It's deep, dog.
It's crazy. Like I've been following for a while.
Yeah, they're legit. Like with the lyricism, they put people on that do it right.
Yes,
and
like Ruby Ibarra.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I did a song with her back in 2011.
Yeah,
the song on my mixtape is called "Last Day of Summer," and then she was on it, and John Cruz, he was also on it. The guy that you met at at Chello's.
Yeah. Was he singing?
Yeah, he was the one on the hook.
Dope.
And it was funny because like when I was writing my verse and after I recorded my verse, I was texting Ruby. I was like, hey, what do you think about like making this song longer? Like, how about we do it this way and then like this way? And I was like, I'll write my lyrics and then send me your lyrics and I'll let you know if it sounds cool or not. You know, like I was trying to sound like I knew my shit, not knowing that she was already like a famous like YouTube like rapper at the time. I was like, fuck, what did I just do? I just shot my own foot with that. I fucked up.
Hey, she's killing it, dog. She's killing it now.
Yeah, she is.
She just had a show in Santa Cruz, I think.
I think so, but I know she had a mixtape like hosted by I think it was DJ K-Slay.
I think I listened to that, and she's working on an album set to release soon.
Yeah, and she was on the Team Backpack Cybers. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
she
crazy.
represented.
She did. She was going in too.
Yeah, and man, dog, I don't think you should be intimidated. You have skill.
Yeah,
you gotta push, man. I think you can. It'll be dope to see you up there.
It would be cool to be on there.
We need to see more Filipinos. I ain't seeing that much up on there. I know one. He's part. I think he's part, or at least he grew up in Guam. Meta. He goes by Meta Sarmiento. I think he's a teacher in Guam, but he did Team Backpack down in LA like a year ago.
Oh shit.
But we need more Filipinos up there. Knowing the amount of talent that I see around, like we need more folks being pushed up on that.
The only people I remember is Ruby Ibarra and PMAC. PMAC's video got taken down though.
Oh.
This is like 2011. Like I don't know what happened to that video.
Do you know D Pride? Well, he goes by Pride now. Yeah, he was on Team Backpack.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Canada though.
Yeah. But he's culturally Filipino, ethnically Filipino.
Yeah.
I mean, but he rolls with a crew that's more.
He's pretty good.
He's his music recently.
Yeah.
It's got that bounce.
Yeah.
He has a good working crew. It seems it's all done internally, where he is the producer in there, videographer. I think the manager of his tour and everything is his brother.
Really?
And they do consistent videos, some clean edits and everything. And he's not as, I remember when he was coming up on YouTube, is very deep lyrical. He was just rap. Now he has a little bit more of that swag, bounce, and everything. It's not deep rap anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, he's definitely got that swag. I think it's cool to see like artists like go from like their beginning stage to like where they are right now.
Yeah.
Because like I've watched like a few artists and like they've changed significantly, but like it's like kind of like they've gone with the cultural change, but they haven't followed like mainstream styles. Like it's not mumble rap or anything. They still got their lyric abilities, but their beat selections have changed. You know, stuff like that.
It transitions.
Yeah,
that's the evolution of music.
Yeah, I mean, slight evolution.
Okay, let me ask you though, we've been on this music tip, but you told me that you don't see yourself necessarily like 10 years from now still pursuing it deeply, right? But you still have your connection. What do you see yourself? You mentioned Pixar.
Yeah.
But what is that long-term vision? Where are you going?
I honestly want to be a character designer for Pixar or any. I mean, I want to start somewhere. It doesn't even have to be Pixar. Like I'm an intern right now at Zynga. So Farmville and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I look at all the teams with like this art equipment and I'm like, yo, that looks so dope. Like I just want to sit with them and just draw with them. But my job entitles me to work on computers and stuff. Yeah. But it's just cool because it's like I'm in that environment where I get kind of like the best of both worlds. Like the career path that I'm currently on, which is like IT. And then the career path I want to see myself later on, which is art. So it's like I kind of get the best of both worlds.
Your foot is in the door,
yeah,
so you can see the progression that you could
definitely
get into.
And then, so I wanted to be a character designer just because, like, I think when I was like from 9 years old to like 12, I would watch like Pokemon. I would watch Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Misty though, bro.
Nah, Jesse, bro.
Jesse, I'm faithful to Misty.
Yeah, Misty. Yeah.
I was like, come on, Brock, get her. You look like me. Come on, man. You cheeky dark motherfucker, get Misty, bro.
The only dark guy on the show with his eyes closed. That's so shady. Shit.
You said Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah,
that was scary, kind of.
Yeah, so things like those types of shows that gets my ideas going. I would just draw like random stuff, like Digimon, for example. They had Digimon monsters. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to draw my own in hopes that they'll take my ideas. And then I remember there was like this contest where they had like an art thing for, I forgot if it was like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, or WB. They had a contest where you draw something and then you submit it, and then it could potentially be like a character or something like that. So I was just like sending like hella pictures, random pictures like that I drew. I'm like, all right, I'll send this one, I'll send this one, I'll send this one. So
was this for Digimon?
I forgot. It was like when I was like 9 or 10, but it was like for either WB, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or any show with those things. Yeah. So I was just drawing for those. So like, if my idea sparks, I just draw random stuff based on like what I think. And then it becomes like an anime cartoon character, a monster. Like I can't draw people, like real people, like real life drawing. I can't draw cartoons. I'm good.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I can't draw like real people. That's like my weakness.
Dope. So it's interesting to hear like your deep like love for hip hop and rap and poetry, but also this deep desire to pursue art and drawing in the long run.
Yeah, because like I don't think, no matter how long I have not drawn, I think this is the longest year I've gone without drawing anything. It's been like almost a year and a half. Like I still pick up the pen. It still feels like the first time.
Tell me about this experience at Year Up. From what Josh told me, right? The purpose, and we looked on the website. We watched that introductory video in case, right?
Yeah.
It's to bridge the gap of people of color, youth, and the tech industry, where there's a lot of openings, but there's a low representation of people of color in the industry. And then so they train you for a year. Is that right?
They train you for about 6 months or 5 months, which is called the learning and development phase. So back in September, it was from September till the end of January. And what they teach you is like business etiquette, how to properly write a business plan. So there's 3 mods. There's mod 1, 2, and 3. So mod 1, you're learning literally like basic stuff, like how to write an email, how to set up rules for an email, proper structure on an email, like things like greetings and stuff. There's classes like business communications. It's called CEDAR, but I forgot the actual like acronym for it. And then there's your tech class. So CEDAR would teach you like soft skills, like how to properly shake a hand, or
like the culture that will make you
like how to handle yourself in the culture of like business and professionalism.
Yeah.
And then business communications would be literally communications in business, like emails, how to speak to an audience, or things like that. And then the tech classes would teach you whatever track you choose. They'll teach you things based on your track, like IT, cybersecurity, quality assurance, project management or project coordination. And I forgot the last one.
What did you do?
IT. Yeah.
And then you've been at Zynga. Is it Zynga? No?
Yeah,
Zynga.
Zynga since February. So from February to the end of July is my internship.
How do you like it?
It's cool. I like the fast pace work, because it makes the day go by way quicker. I like that I'm working at a video game company. It's not really like a video game, but it's like a mobile game company.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it's not really like, sit up straight. You got to properly type this email and stuff like that. It's very lax compared to a lot of companies.
Is that whole building? I've been by it, like that brick building. Is that the whole building, Zynga?
No. That's a quarter of it.
What? Wait, what?
It's a quarter of it.
No. So wait, it's a quarter of what Zynga has. But I'm saying that whole building.
Oh yeah.
Is Zynga's.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, not necessarily, because I heard somebody is because that building is split into like 4 sections. So we're literally this one corner of it. The other 3 sections, I think they got bought out by different companies. So Zynga owns this half, but the other 3 sides the other companies own.
And then they have different campuses. Areas,
and then there's like one
spaces.
area in the middle. It's so dope. Like it's like a relaxed area. It has like basketball. It has like arcades. It has like it has like a hammocks, like shit like that.
Yeah, that's like that tech sector work life balance.
Yeah,
like Google life and shit.
They want you to have like a good balance from work and like personal health or personal care. So that's why like they have like all those video games. They have like resting spots and stuff, because they want you to have a good balance between like home and work life. So
dope. I want to ask to transition to the certain topics that I like to ask, right? Since this is KuyaChris and Friends Filipino American experience. What did you answer on the my little research? What do you identify yourself as?
Filipino American.
Filipino American. I just like to ask this because you grew up here in Pinoy capital, right? Daly City. Did you like grow up with Filipino culture or?
Yes and no. Yes, because a lot of the culture would show when we're at like family parties and stuff. So only during family parties is when my family would like show a lot of their Filipino culture and like their pride with it. But then when it came to like home life, when it's just me and like my mom, my grandma, and my dad, it would kind of just be like they'd talk to me in English. So they weren't like too keen on teaching me like Filipino ways. That, and I was kind of like a stubborn like little kid. Like I didn't want to do certain things with them. I didn't want to eat certain things. So it was like me being picky at that young. It kind of like strayed me away from the culture too. And the fact that when my parents would fight and stuff like that, they would fight in Tagalog, so I wouldn't understand what they're saying.
Oh shit!
So they didn't teach me Tagalog on purpose.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So and then as the years went on, like I just did not find an interest to learn. So that kind of just like
get distanced.
It just distanced me completely from like the culture I'm supposed to learn and my life that I was living.
But why do you still consider yourself Filipino American?
Just because I'm full Filipino, full blooded. Like both my parents are Filipino. I mean, I don't discredit any Filipinos out there. Like there's a lot of Filipinos who I hear get like discriminated for being like fobs and stuff. I don't really see that. Like I don't really care. As long as you're a good person, I really don't give a shit.
Well, from what I heard is that in the 90s it was like legit bad in the Mission area and Jefferson High School area.
Yeah.
Like the Phil.
And that's where I live.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's where...
Up the top of the hill.
But why did you go to Oceana?
My mom wanted me to go there. My sister went to Westmore.
Oh, really?
My mom knew that Jefferson High School wasn't a good place
bad.
to go.
Yeah, there was a lot of Phil-born and American-born Filipino on Filipino shit like going on. That's fucked up.
Yep. And then during summer school, I went to summer school there back in like 06 in Jefferson. And there was like fucking fights between both Filipinos because like the Filipinos who grew up in Daly City and stuff, like they would act like hella hard towards like the people who came here from the Philippines. They're like, yo, you're such a fob, like blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, bro, you're both Filipino though. Like, what's the problem? Yeah. And it's like, it's just weird to me that you get discriminated by how you speak. Because people speak differently, but why would you, what makes you get mad off of that?
Is your sister older or younger than you?
Older.
Is it just the two of you?
Yeah.
So you're bunso, bro. You're youngest, man.
Yeah.
Youngest are the most creative.
Yeah. I would say that, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you hear that, Ate? Yeah. I'm more creative than you, Ate and Kuya.
I agree.
And I was going to say in Westmore, actually, because I just helped there last year, they still have kind of like remnants of that. They even have what they call a fob hallway. Like
a fob hallway?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Y'all still go through this shit now?
Damn.
Like, and they were like, yeah, people just know it as a fob hallway where a lot of the recently arrived Filipinos hang out, quote unquote. And that's other people call it the fob hallway.
That's kind of fucked up.
It's hella fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
and especially that being like one of the highest concentration of Filipinos in a high school in the whole U.S. Westmore is like 30+%, I think.
Really?
Yeah, Filipino. Damn. And then the others, Jefferson has gone down and South City and stuff. Westmore is still the highest in concentration. But what they ended up doing, the class that I helped assist with, they ended up like flipping it. They made like a wall mural in a hallway of like fresh off and then they had a boat there, but they used other words of like perseverance, kapwa, like legacy and all that, and put their stories, and then had a little art mural like expressing of like why this mural was created in response to like this idea of fresh off the boat, and then being just like called that, right? And separating ourselves. It's the same as that whole black on black crime, or now it's just brown on brown dissing each other because you're not as assimilated, or you're not as like, or on the other side, you're not as Filipino.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen both sides of that spectrum. It's like you get knocked if you're too Filipino, or you get knocked if you're not Filipino enough.
Yeah.
So like I'm literally in the middle of that spectrum. Like, fuck, what do I do? Like, I want to be interested, but like every time that I've been trying to engage in the culture, I always get shut down.
Oh,
Like, yo, you don't understand this? Nah, fuck you. You don't belong.
you know what I've noticed, and I got an idea, is that this happens more here because there's so many Filipinos.
Yeah.
That you don't really experience that much outside discrimination. But if you go to areas that are not as diverse, we go Midwest, you'll be, where's the Filipinos?
Yeah.
Fuck it, you're born here, fuck it, we're the same. Oh, you just came here? We're the same, man.
Yeah.
You all just because you have this
That's real shit,
outside
though.
pressure. Yeah. And then you're like, where are you? Like that. We're let's get in this together. Everyone else doesn't like us here.
Yeah.
But because of the high numbers here in Daly City, you're able to kind of congregate in your own little sub-spheres.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, we're the American. Oh, we're the Philborn.
Yeah. Like it sucks too, because like a lot of people say like if people talk about like Filipino stuff, like if I'm listening to people talk about like about engaging in Filipino stuff, they're like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like let's see. When
you
PCN.
Yeah.
PCN.
Yeah.
I was asked, there was some people, I forgot where I was, but they were asking if they're going to Skylines PCN. And they're like, nah, we're not going to go to that. Like, why would we go to Filipino Culture Night? It sounds hella whack.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, but I mean, it's engaged. Like, you don't want to get engaged in like the stories of like Filipino culture.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to Dominican University. Shout out Dominican University.
Dominican.
I've been out to Dominican University's PCN every year.
Yeah?
Because my girlfriend was in their Kapamilya Club.
Oh, yeah? Did she perform PCN too?
Yeah, she was in it.
Dope.
I think she was in it for like 3 years.
Dope.
And then, so I've watched every PCN that they've had since I've been going there to watch my girlfriend. And it's pretty crazy how deep those stories get, and like how they tell this story too, because they're all real stories. Yeah. And it's just engaging to me when I hear those things, and then hearing people knock it down. I'm like, damn, like you don't understand like the story behind the PCN. They're just looking at it as PCN as a Filipino thing that happens. Yeah. So they're like, I don't want to watch that. There's enough Filipino shit going around here. You know what I mean? Like they see it too much, like they don't want to look at it again. But it's not, I don't think it's like that. I'm not engaged in the Filipino community like that as much as I should be, but I don't knock it either.
You know what I've recently been thinking, and the reason why I was like, no, dog, go on Team Backpack is because there's also kind of structural limitations in the results of where we have a lot of success, like talented Filipinos in arts who can sing, who can rap, who can dance, who can do all this shit, but no one making a living out of it. Yeah. Like, who do you see Filipino? The biggest is Jasmine Trias, who was on American Idol. Yep. And then other than that, where are y'all? Pussycat Dolls, who's half Bruno Mars, who's part, okay, he's probably, but he's not culturally repping Filipino hard, right? He sometimes wears like with the colors of the flag on his shirt and shit, but he's half. Like, where else is there an industry that Filipinos thrive other than nurses, right? We're just funneled into this industry saying, hey, y'all go into healthcare, be a PT, be a nurse. But I want to see more Filipino American artists who can rock this and who can make a living out of it. Yeah. Because there's such a lack of it. Yeah. And kids who have that kind of predisposition towards it, they're just like, oh, okay, that's good for a talent show. That's good for the Filipino American History Month. Yeah. Right? But other than that, go to school.
Because I think culturally, like nobody accepts Filipino artists in the mainstream, if that makes sense. Because like I've seen a lot of Filipino artists from here, the Bay Area, right? But I've never seen anybody like attempt to go that far. From what I think, maybe it's because they think that they know a lot of people won't rock with them. Like for me, I'll push as hard as I can, but if nobody's backing with me, then why would I keep pushing? You know, that makes sense. Like if they already know that they themselves are not going to get that far, like why try to go that far?
What do you mean they themselves? Like because of a lack of support from who? From
anyone. Like I don't know if like Asian musicians or just Asian artists in general. Like for example, Dumbfounded made a song about the Grammys not having a lot of Asian actors represented, or Asian men in general get like
good roles.
Opposite. They don't get put in any roles.
Any roles, even,
like he made a song called "Safe," which basically talks about Asian men in the entertainment industry. And literally the first line he said in that song was, "The other night I watched the Oscars, and the rosters of the only yellow men were all statues." So that's a double entendre, meaning
oh shit, yeah,
the yellow men are the actual Grammy Awards and they're statues. The second side to that is the yellow men are Asian actors or Asian actors in general, and they're statues. They're not moving anywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
in the entertainment aspect, as far as like acting, they're not supported. Like Aloha,
yeah,
Emma Stone.
Yeah,
That's a movie where it's supposed to be, you know,
Hawaiians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're represented by white people.
Yeah.
The Last Samurai,
Yeah.
represented by who? A white person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no Asian demographic that's being backed into this entertainment industry. That's why I think like a lot of Asian musicians, Asian entertainers, they don't want to go full throttle in this because they know they're not supported.
You know what, though? A lot of Asian women are supported when they are placed into subservient roles of being the love interest.
I remember your podcast. I watched it. Yeah.
Fuck it, I just think of every goddamn James Bond movie
Yes.
and all the damn Asian women he hooks up with.
Yes.
And there ain't no like Filipino that can rock it.
Honestly,
Like-
because that's an American fetish now.
Yeah.
Like you don't see anything except for an Asian woman and a white guy.
I just read this thing. It was
Shout out to this website, nextshark.com. They write articles, a lot of it pretty critical, but also very like, I don't know if it's backed by an Asian like group or anything, but a lot that talk about Asian American issues. And there's this one guy who recently drove through a protest or demonstration in San Francisco, I believe, but on a motorcycle. And he was he has an Asian wife, and he goes, "I'm married a slant-eyed woman, something where it doesn't make me racist." I was like, what the fuck?
What the hell? Dang.
Okay. And then, like, somebody made a point where, like, there's also in a lot of Asian cultures, once you go back there, like, they called it Anglophilia. Where you like the Anglo-Saxons, where being white, being Eurocentric, having those features is glamorized and glorified.
It is.
So a lot of Asian people, a lot of Asian women look at the white man as a prize. Like, hey, if I'm marry a white man, it makes my life better.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a status symbol in a way. And that allows the exploitation of a lot of Asian women once you go there, right? And that's why, like, you go to Thailand with the red light district, it's all Asian. I mean, it's all white, old white men, right? Because, A, they have the money, but also culturally, that's one aspect that plays into that.
Yep.
And you come here, and on TV, the best that we got is the guy in Star Trek. All right, I don't even know his name. I forgot. The Asian guy. There's an Asian guy in Star Trek. That's one of the bigger
is that the
roles.
same guy from Harold and Kumar?
Yes. Harold, right? Yeah, Harold, man. You went
I
from
love that
Harold
guy.
and Kumar to Star Trek. This guy, though, I'm going to give him my snaps. I forget his name.
I forgot
Sorry,
his name
dude.
too. Man.
But he's doing his work, and
Yeah.
there are some like Eddie Huang, right, doing Fresh Off the Boat.
Yeah, that
the
show's-
TV.
that
Yeah,
show's very
that's and then there's another series coming out, something about rich Asians, Crazy Rich Asians. I don't know what it's about, but
Maybe it might
it's-
be about crazy rich Asians or something.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just,
it-
I mean, it's off the top of my head.
Yeah, that maybe that's
Yeah.
deep. I think.
Or maybe they're not crazy. Maybe they're just rich.
Or maybe that is the criticism that is put upon them, so they're trying to switch it.
Oh, dang. That's deep. Maybe they're not even Asian. They're just rich.
Starring Emma Stone.
Starring Emma Stone, Tom Hanks. Crazy Asians.
Crazy Asians. All right. To start closing, I want to ask my 3 pieces of advice for your younger self. All right.
Ooh.
But why don't we do it over a beat?
Let's go.
Oh shit! Oh, this is the deepest with the freestyles,
Look,
man. I'm digging this. All right, I'm gonna go up.
Man,
I have some old
three?
school.
I might go fucking
You
like.
just go in, man.
All
Go
right.
in. The first beat will be all you, because I have to use the restroom.
All right.
But I'll jump in later. But once you get your 3, how about this? We'll structure it where you do it over the beat. You can let it flow, and then after we'll do a summary, right? Just recollect it and refocus, because sometimes people might not be able to catch the message in the beat. Sometimes it takes listening, you know.
Damn,
right?
honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna comprehend what I'm saying until I listen to myself.
You got it. This is
So-
ET. This is called
am I just saying random stuff on this one, or do you want me to actually start saying stuff? Should
All
I just
you.
regular
You
freestyle,
decide.
or do you want me to start saying advice on this?
Start with a regular and then start saying advice.
Okay. All right. I'll wait till you get back to start saying advice.
Okay.
I'll start freestyling right
Okay,
now. And
okay.
Then, All right.
Deepest styles flow within me. I don't even care, man. I flow like the open seas. I flow like your ovaries and your bitches ovaries. You can oversee me, but you cannot oversee this. Everybody knows I'm a genius. Everybody knows I get brain like your girl on my penis. But nope, I don't even say that though. Man, take the mask off like the future flow. But the future told, the future beholds. Everything that I said is a future untold. Yup. No name in the building with this conscience. I don't even care if you got this. I'm a monster, I'm a monstrous being. Everybody knows I hurt your feelings. Everybody knows I be in the building. Yeah, I be in the building, and every time you stare, you can stare, but I'm not there. I'm disappearing to your eyesight. Everybody knows no name is in the limelight. Mr. KuyaChris is back in the building. Now I'm about to tell myself these real things. Yeah, what would I tell myself at 15? Man, you better get your shit together and make that shit clean. You better not be the little kid losing himself, and everybody knows you need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I don't even care if you got a mask on yourself, but don't hide the real man behind all the wealth. And everybody knows you always be the human being behind the stealth. And every time you stealth and attack, you better have your own freaking back. You should have your back like chiropractic doctors. Everybody know you a monster, but don't be the monster hiding under the bed or the closets. Man, you gotta know that you got this. Always be honest, always be real. And every time you gotta feel, just fucking feel. It don't matter what they tell you. You don't even care. You don't have to be the fakest dude in the hell too. I don't even know, man, I can't help you, but you gotta be the one to help yourself up, dude. Help yourself up. Don't use a crutch to get a leg up. You can go ahead and catch a hiccup, but you don't have to let that shit make your downfall. I don't even care if you catch a ground ball. You can go ahead and repeat it like it's groundhog. But no, you can do this shit every day. Man, do this shit every day, but just on delay. Move fast, move your feet, lift up your knees. Every time you do this shit, don't think it's fucking with ease. Man, do this shit with ease, but always spit this shit so clean, just like Febreze. Yup.
He said just like Febreze, son.
Yeah.
Spray that shit. All right, we got 2 more beats.
right.
I think these are less classic hip hop, more like this new vibey shit. But shout out to Jenny. She's from I think she was in the East Bay. She was doing music a lot with this guy named Adrian Pearl.
Adrian Purr?
Yeah, Purr.
Yeah.
But she hasn't released stuff recently.
I think he's a filmmaker now. I don't know
Really?
if he's still making music, but I know he's done like projects for like I Am Sue. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
He's good.
Yeah, he
I
had
like
good
him.
work. He used to do open mics a lot here in
I
Daly
know.
City.
I know. I've seen him. I've seen him
Now
one
rip
time.
it.
Rip it. Ripping it good. Ripping it hood. I don't even know if he ripping it good. Go ahead. Do this shit real good. I don't even know, man. What am I saying to myself? What should I say to myself? 16-year-old me. Don't think that shit is too easy. Spit this shit, but spit this shit breezy. I don't even care if you need me. You don't even care if you need you.
Just have everybody's back. You don't even need you. Yeah, do this shit too easy. Do this shit so breezy. Why am I repeating myself and everybody knows that I'm shit too easy? Oh shit, what am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Fuck, feel like I'm like Gohan going Super Saiyan. Yeah. Respect your mom, respect your dad, and everything you had. Don't let everything go bad. Make sure you wrap shit up like Glad. Yup, like a Glad bag. I don't even care, but I'm like Baghdad. I don't even know, man. Fucking go ham. Shit. What am I gonna say to myself?
Go ham, go ham, go ham. Go ham,
Okay.
go ham.
Okay.
Go ham, go ham. What you say to yourself, man?
You don't gotta be a hit, you don't gotta be a monster. You don't even gotta smoke like the Rastas. You can go ahead and cook it like you cooking pasta. Have everyone's back like a chiropractic doctor. Yeah, you don't even gotta crack your back and do this shit. Just make sure you working every night. You go and spew this shit. No, boy, don't be a fucking computer mixed with computer chips. You can go ahead and do this. You can go ahead, this music biz. Yup, make the music. You can go ahead and do this. What is he saying?
Me and my peeps.
Me and my peeps, me and my peeps. You can go ahead and eat in the streets. There's a no name, everybody in the building. Everybody knows that I eat in the feast. Yeah, yeah. That do this, the realness. You do this, not do that do shit. You doing it, you do it. Yeah, boy, be confident. Every time you make accomplishments, don't even take the compliments. Eat that shit like condiments. Yup, yeah. Do this shit for real. Don't do it for anyone else. Do this shit for yourself, and you will deal with the hardships. Every moment, no, it's the hardest. You can deal with the hardships, and it's the hardest. Everybody knows it's the hardships. Yeah, hardships. Everybody goes through it. You don't even know to it. You are new to it. You don't even gotta float through it, cause it's not a breeze, it's not to ease. It's not something that you gotta see, but it's something that you gotta live through, and everything that you gotta be. Yeah.
Ooh, one more. We got this. Kuma and Awi intervals.
Alright.
Is that the vibe?
Should I still say stuff to myself or not?
Is that whatever you want?
Okay.
Is that vibey shit?
Every time I think about these rhymes, everything about everything that's on my mind. Every time at night I think about these rhymes, and I take the time to take my time out to write every single line. I'm out, yeah, writing every single line. Everything is just on my mind. All the weight of the world is on my grind, and every time that it's on my mind, I feel like I'm going crazy, going crazy. Oh my lady, oh my baby, hold me close, but don't put me in a comatose. I'm crazy, that coma life, laying in the bed like every night, thinking about life and how it's going. I don't even know how hard it's flowing. Yup, Mr. Known they flowing every time it's going. I don't even care if you're flowing like the ocean. Yeah, flowing like the ocean, man. You know this, the motions, every emotions. I don't even feel any emotions. I don't even care like your fucking emotions. This inside out in the motions. Yeah, joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. Everybody knows it's us, but girl, you know that it's trust. You know it's love. You know it's us, and everything we go and bust that sky up in the clouds. I don't even know what I'm blowing now, blowing now, blowing now. I'm blowing down. Be like a rocket ship, but I'm blowing down. Hold me and hold it down. Yeah, hold me, hold it down. Everybody knows that you know the sound. When we sing, it's like making music. Every time that we rock, you know it's now. Yup, that love in the sky, love in the eyes. I don't even care if you love in the fuck. What am I saying? KuyaChris, send me one time, one time.
One time for the ladies and one time for the feels. I got vibes, I'ma make you feel my music for real. I just wanna go and ride. Everybody know I don't got no one's pride. I just wanna go and live my life. Everybody rockin', why always you poppin'? I just wanna listen to Tupac while everybody's stopping, and my beat is just going. I just wanna start showing that I will win this rhythm. I got myself on a mission. This is rhythm and rhymes tied together with some non-committed crimes, cause I ain't a bad boy, but I know that I can find some of that mad joy and double it up and try to give you a cup of coffee. But this guy don't drink caffeine, cause he wanna grow tall G. I got some tall tees that are like dresses, cause I'm 5'4" motherfucker. I can fit into the dresser. Yeah, I'm a small little dick. Yeah, no, but my dick is real long. I'm not Kevin Hart while I put my music into the song. I'ma get a lady who's taller. Hey Katrina, you see this ain't no baller. Hey, cause I don't play no basket shit, but I can get you protected, cause I can hit it quick with a jab and a wrestle. I can take the fuck boys down. Yeah, I'll beat his face if he gives you a DM tonight. For sure.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna go play off your words because you're like, I don't play that basket shit, but I rap it quick. But I rap it quick. You can lay with me because I be like on defense because I play that D.
I'm gonna erase that and you'll hear that on my next track. Basket shit, I rap it quick. So, just to bring it circle, give me those 3 pieces of advice, if you can think about it, condense and just speak on it, for someone youngin', right? Like a Philam or just a youth in high school, especially who's kind of struggling, especially with personal issues. It may not have to be with parents, but it could be. Yeah. But going through those personal issues and maybe just even pulling out of high school, not feeling it.
Definitely do everything for you. Don't do anything because anybody told you to do it. Do it because you want to do it. So with that, like if somebody influenced you to like, I don't know, start doing drugs, like let's chill, let's smoke, this and that. If you know that's not who you are, probably don't partake. So definitely do you. Don't let anybody tell you what else to do. Second piece of advice, let's see.
I have a question.
What's up?
You give that advice. Do you think you did those drugs because you felt pressured?
Yeah.
From other folks?
I definitely think I felt pressured, and the fact that I had nowhere to go. It was like the only thing to come to, like, you know, just taking drugs and like having fun,
like vibe with people.
Yeah, that's my only connection with people at the time, was just to get high and just like be on that type of level. And then as it like died down, it's like, all right, what do I do now? Because when you get high, you only get high for a certain amount of time, then you come back down, your problems are still right there. You know what I mean? So that's not a healthy outlet, especially like something that costs a lot of money when you don't have a job. You know what I mean? Like I had asked for like a shitload of freebies, be like, bro, I'll pay you back next time. I'll give you a pair of shoes if you give me like 10 pills or some shit like that. So don't be real with yourself. Don't do that shit. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Find something healthy to I guess replace those hard times. Find something creative to do, whether it be like, it doesn't even have to be music or art or anything. It could be like hiking, running, exercising, you know, teaching somebody something, or, you know, things like that. Find a healthy outlet for yourself, because then when you find that healthy outlet, you learn to develop yourself as a person even better. Like you find new skills that you never thought you had. So definitely find a healthy outlet for yourself. And my last piece of advice, be real with yourself. You could say that you're the realest person in the room, but who are you trying to prove that to? The people in the room or yourself? So be real with yourself. Don't be like, anybody could say that they're the realest, right? Like if they're in a room and somebody's telling you you're like, you can't do it, you're a pussy or something like that, and then you got to prove yourself to them. That's not the real you, because you're just trying to prove something in spite of somebody. So be real to yourself, you know, tell yourself that, you know, it's kind of cliche to hear, but tell yourself that you matter. Because sometimes when people
it's not cliche. I haven't heard that actually.
Yeah, I was just watching. It's funny. I was watching Family Guy, just like before I even came here, and you know Meg, she gets told "shut up, Meg" all the time.
Yeah.
And it was the where they had a crossover episode with The Simpsons.
I don't remember that.
It was in the new seasons, but Lisa goes, "Meg, you matter. You should say it." And she's like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, people need to know that they matter." I was like, "Damn, that's real shit." And then Meg goes, "I matter." She's like, "Say it louder." She's like, "I matter." And then Peter's like, "Shut up, Meg, you don't matter." But like, real talk though, like people need to know that they matter, because if you're stuck in such a low place and you feel like you already at that low place already feel like you don't matter. So if there's no like if there's no one telling you that you do matter, then it just kind of just takes out all hope from whatever you have. So just hearing like you telling yourself that you matter is definitely something to uplift your mood, to uplift your spirit, even especially if you're in such a dark place. Because I've been through those hard times. I know what it feels like. I never really had somebody told me like, yo, I care about you, so we need to do something about it.
If I can ask, because it was in your song, the very first one, you had lines about ideations of suicide.
Yeah.
And could you give me like that's some real shit to be able to put in a song. And that's like heavy. That's heavy because there are people who really feel that and it's strong, like who just question like what if it's like what if that's just the easy? Like what do you have to those folks? What do you have to share to those folks who like have that similar feeling? Yeah.
It's hard. I take that very sensitively. Like that subject for anybody, I take it as sensitive as I can because that's a delicate thing. You say the wrong thing, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, that could be it. Like knock on wood. I don't want that to happen, but
I hope this is real wood, dog.
Well, IKEA makes, I guess, fake wood. So yeah.
I got the 2x4.
The real wood. So yeah.
And what helped you? You know,
music. Music helped me, especially addressing those things out loud to myself. I'm like, shit, this is really going on with me. Like, why the fuck is this going on? And I have a lot of time to reflect. I had a lot of time to think, like, is this really what should be happening? Do I really want to go through with this? Like, knowing who I am, like, I know I couldn't go through it, but I contemplated about it a lot. And like with those drugs, I was kind of just like doing them to do them, but I was hoping one day that I would overdose and it would just end.
Really? You had that hope? Like,
yeah, because it was just like such a dark time for me that the high that I was feeling, I wish I could die when I feel that high because I feel good.
Yeah.
I wish I could just die feeling good. And that's it. So that's how dark of a place I was in at the time. So I wasn't smoking weed. I was popping pills, like ecstasy pills. So when I was like high as fuck, I'm like, shit, should I pop another? Should I pop another? So I think the most I took was like 3 or 4.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I was just like hoping that I would like get fucked up to the max where I just like, that's it. That's a wrap. Like, yeah. So for the people out there who are listening to this podcast and who feel like you don't have an option, definitely reach out to somebody. Like if you have no one to talk to, shit, hit me up on Instagram or whatever. Find me. I am open to all ears for any people or anyone who has any of those types of thoughts in their heads, because I honestly don't want to see that shit happen. I watched 13 Reasons Why recently.
I keep on hearing about it. Is it good?
It is great. I like that show.
Okay.
And it's crazy because it's so real. It's so real that you think this is just like Hollywood shit or like entertainment shit, but this actually happens like in real life.
So the premise for those who don't know about it is 13 Reasons.
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
It's basically like it's a story about a girl who has lived through every high school incident that you can think of that happens to women. That's exactly what happened to her in those 13 episodes. It's basically a refresher of like what led to her death, her suicide. So from the get-go, she already says she commits suicide, and she made 13 tapes as to why. Excuse me. Made 13 tapes as to the reasons why she committed suicide, and each tape has one person on that tape explaining what they did to lead her to that path. And so I don't want to make any spoilers or anything.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not going to say any spoilers.
Now I've heard it enough that I'm gonna watch it on Netflix.
Watch it.
All right.
They're hour-long episodes, so you probably won't get through it today.
Okay.
Unless you watch it like through the whole night. But yeah, it's real shit. Like people commit suicide, and then what I've been reading in the news too is that people are imitating the show. Like people commit suicide too, and they leave tapes behind. Like it's crazy. Like that's I don't think that's okay. It's not cool for people to think that suicide's an option. I mean, some people are so low in that dark pit that that's all they got. But
you understand.
I do, because I've been
feeling,
there.
yeah.
I've been there. Like not to that extreme, but like me thinking of that says a lot. because I like going through every day, going through stuff. But that was such a dark time that I was just like, yo, can't do it anymore. But suicide is not the option. Do not do it.
So music helped you a lot.
Music helped me. I think a lot is an understatement because it honestly saved me. Like when I listened to Blue in Exile, that album helped me out a lot. But it's called Below the Heavens. If you have not heard that album, listen to that album. It is great. Lyrically, spiritually, emotionally. I like his storytelling abilities, and that what kind of got me interested. I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, this sounds good. Like I want to listen to more. Like why would I think of being in a dark place when there's music like this? So I was like, okay, let me find more of this type of music. So that's when I found like Dumbfounded, Wax, and that's when I started getting more invested in music. And then the drawing kind of just stopped, because drawing, it's going based off of whatever I can make up in my head. Music is based off of whatever I feel. So when I express that feeling, it kind of addresses like the issues going on. I'm like, oh shit, like that's real. It's happening, you know?
Dope. It's like music therapy, man.
It is. It's
That's some real shit. Music therapy is real shit.
It is. And I've gone through it.
And I wish I could. If I would be a real Filipino and go into healthcare if they had music therapy.
They make that.
They do. They have in some places, but it's very limited. Actually,
make that a thing. Make that a mainstream thing, because I feel like music will definitely. Music is a universal language. Nobody can fully understand it, but you can't not understand it. Like when you feel something from a song,
True.
You just feel it.
True.
So it's like an unspoken, like, yeah.
I think it's also when things are written from such a real and deep place, it becomes a chance to link to other people who are feeling those same things.
Yep.
And it's very powerful. In 2013 was the last time I ever smoked weed. Oh, there's maybe one time other. But when I decided to quit, because I got too deep into it at Coachella, and I just tried to take everything, tincture, edibles, smoking with the hash, and as much as I can, just to like, it was like an escape, right? But then I got too much. I got super paranoid and everything. I had to text my sister. I was like, please God, get me. I'm by this big rock. Like, Ate, I'm sorry. I'm too high. Like that. And then, but right after that, after the group calmed me down, we saw Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then he has a song, sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend. And then I was like, this shit is real. Like, I know you wrote this on heroin, but this is the same shit.
It's equivalent.
Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to like talk about. I don't want to be in that place again of that feeling of like so deep and alone. And like, bro, our drugs are different, but the feeling is the same through music.
Yeah, see, and that's what I mean when universal music is like a universal language, because like anybody could feel that same thing. I mean, not language, but that's like the best term I can use.
Yeah, I bet so many people have said, I've been high like that too.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can relate because you're on that level too.
That is the power of music, and I'm glad we fucking went deep with the freestyles today, man. Thanks for coming on.
Definitely.
To close it out, do you have any messages for folks listening? How can they reach you? Any call outs or anything?
Yeah, shout out to, first of all, KuyaChris for actually, this is the first interview I've actually had. I've never had anyone interview me for anything, and I've been writing music for like 8 years. Never have I had an interview, so thank you.
No problem. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
sharing
definitely.
your story.
Shout out to Kristan Joseph, CJ. Shout out to Mike Villa. Shout out to my mentor way back in the day, J Mac. Shout out to...
Is he still making music?
I don't know. I haven't talked to that dude in a while, but shout out to him if he ever finds this video. Shout out to... Who else can I shout out to? I feel like I'm shouting out to too many people.
Your girl.
My girlfriend, Jaina V.
7 years? By the way, pause.
7 years.
He just told me 7 years. So there's some math in there that he can talk about, but damn, that's a long-ass relationship, son.
Yeah, 7 years is a long time. I went from 6-month relationships in high school to like 7 years right after.
Oh, my God.
So it's solid. So who else can I shout out? Shout out to...
Burha Beats.
Burha Beats, and Josh Burha. There's a lot of people I want to shout out to, but like I'll save that for another interview.
Do you have a last message call out to your SoundCloud?
Yeah, my SoundCloud, Instagram, Snapchat are all three of the same. It's just that, and then for the link, it's MrNoNamerod. So it's Mr. No Name Rod, all lowercase letters. So that's my IG, Snapchat, SoundCloud. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can go on my Instagram, and my YouTube link is there too. What else?
But pause, question.
Yeah.
We didn't get into the story. Why Mr. No Name? What is this? This is a good, least like tie it with a nice ribbon.
Yeah.
I didn't get to ask.
So it all started with Starbucks. So me and my friend were recording music back in 2009. His name is, shout out to James Nolasco. He was the first person I ever recorded with after my mentor. And I remember I went to a Starbucks before I went to his house, and you know, they always write your name wrong, right? So I go there. I went there a few times within that week. I got Roger. I got Roderick. I got...
What would you say, Rodney?
I just said Rodney. Rodney. Roderick. Roger. Robert. And then Robin.
I think they do it on purpose, dude.
I think so too. So I was fucking pissed. And then the last one, I'm waiting there for my caramel frap. That's all I get. I don't drink coffee, like I said. I only get caramel frap. Yeah, I'm just on a sugar rush. So my caramel frap is just like chilling. I don't know whose that is. So I'm just waiting there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I go up to the lady. I'm like, excuse me, do you know, has my order been made yet? And she's like, oh, what did you order? I was like, a caramel frap. She's like, oh, I think it's right here. I'm like, oh, well, did you guys call my name? And they're like, yeah. And then she turns the cup around. It fucking says Arnold. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? How the hell do you get that? I'm like, that's why I didn't hear my name. I'm like, who the fuck is Arnold? And then so I was so pissed.
Arnold. Rodney.
I don't know how they got it mixed up. And then like that whole thing happened. And then I was like, man, I'm fucking tired of them getting my name wrong. And then my homie was like, why don't you just go by your rap name then, so nobody would get it wrong? I was like, so what can my rap name be? And then she's like, I don't know. So I thought about it for a couple of days. Like I was writing music. I was like, shit, what would my rap name be? Because his friend would call me Rod. I was like, this it doesn't hit.
Not a good ring.
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't hit as well. It has my name in it, but it doesn't sound that well. And then I remember I went to Kid Robot, and Kid Robot had these little keychains. And so I bought one, and when I opened it, it was a paper bag on his head, and he had a prison outfit. And I'm like, yo, that looks kind of cool, because he has like no identity. And I was like, dang, should I be? I was thinking like names like Anonymous or like No Identity.
Yeah, no identity.
I was like, what about No Name? I was like, because Starbucks kept getting my name wrong, so I was just still on that. So I was like, what about No Name? So I don't have a name when they call me at Starbucks. And then he's like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. And then the Mr. part for Mr. No Name was after a show. I think it was the one that they hold at Gellert Park. It's like
the Filipino American?
No, it's not a Filipino thing. It's just like an open mic for like youth. Like
I don't even know if they do that.
No, they don't do it anymore. But it was hosted by anyways, so it was at that show. Nobody knew who I was, and like nobody was like standing in the audience when I went. So I was just like, they treat me like I'm a no name. Like they treat me like a nobody. Like you know, they don't pay attention. They don't show respect when I'm on the mic. So if a no name was what they see, then a no name is what I'm gonna be then. So that's why I gave myself the title Mr. No Name. So you know that it's me. I'm not just a no name. I am Mr. No Name. So you know,
you're the no name.
Yeah, exactly. That's the stamp of me being that guy. I am the Mr. No Name.
Because there's a lot of people you don't respect. They have no names to you.
Yeah,
but I'm
so
Mr.
you know what?
No
I'm
Name.
gonna be that Mr. No Name that you don't respect. And then as soon as that happened, that's when I started like building my confidence. That's when music started getting better.
Okay.
You know, so that's how I got the confidence in it. Like I own that name, so I am Mr. No Name.
Okay, shout outs to Starbucks then.
Starbucks, you fucked me up, but you helped me out. out. Thank you.
Dope, for sure. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
It was dope. It was a fucking journey to on those freestyles, learning lessons too.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next freestyle sessions.
Oh
we
yeah,
got,
I can't
man.
wait. Let me know when the next one is, man. I'm on that.
Freestyle.
All right, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was dope.